Why is China called China? It's a name used worldwide, recognized by billions of people, but where did it come from? How did this vast and ancient land get its name? Well, 2,000 years ago, during a time of great turmoil and transformation, China didn't have a name known to foreigners. The land was a mosaic of warring states, each with its own identity. So how did this iconic name come to be? How did the world come to know this land as China? Let's dive into the fascinating history behind it. The story is a tapestry woven with threads of conquest, trade, and cultural exchange. The story begins with the Qin dynasty, a period of monumental change and unification. The Qin dynasty was the first imperial dynasty of China, marking the beginning of a new era. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, was a visionary leader who sought to unify the warring states into a single, powerful empire. He succeeded in this monumental task, bringing together diverse regions and cultures under one rule. This was a monumental moment in Chinese history, a turning point that would shape the future of the nation. The unification of China caught the attention of neighboring Central Asian states, who were intrigued by this powerful new empire. They began referring to this powerful Eastern empire as Qin, a name that would echo through the ages. Middle Persians created a word, Qin, for it. This name was derived from the Qin dynasty, reflecting the influence of this powerful empire. For it. Notice how Qin and Qin sound similar? The phonetic resemblance is striking. And sound similar? Over time, through trade and cultural exchange, this name spread far and wide, carried by merchants and travelers along ancient trade routes. The Romans, Greeks, and Latins adopted variations of it, each adapting the name to their own languages and cultures. And so, Qin evolved into Sina, and eventually China, a name that would become synonymous with the vast and ancient land, evolved into. During the Han Dynasty, the Silk Road became a major trade route connecting China to the West and facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. Chinese goods, especially silk, were highly sought after, and the Silk Road became a bustling artery of commerce. Chinese goods, especially silk, were highly sought after. The luxurious fabric was prized in the West, and the demand for it only grew. This further solidified the name China in Western languages, as the land became known for its exquisite silk and other treasures in Western languages. But here's the twist. Qin wasn't pronounced as Qin in ancient Chinese. The original pronunciation was quite different, wasn't pronounced as Qin in ancient Chinese. So, how did foreigners come up with these variations? How did the name evolve into what we know today? Let's look at another theory. In ancient India, a Buddhist monk named Xuanzang from the Tang dynasty made a pilgrimage to India. In ancient India, a Buddhist monk named Xuanzang from the Tang dynasty made a pilgrimage to India seeking knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. He discovered that Indians had been calling China Sina in Sanskrit for centuries, a name that had been passed down through generations. He discovered that Indians had been calling China Sina in Sanskrit for centuries. This name had deep roots in Indian culture and history, in Sanskrit for centuries. Historians believe China might have been derived from this Sanskrit term, which also referred to the Qin dynasty. The linguistic connection is fascinating. Might have been derived from this Sanskrit term, which also referred to the Qin dynasty. The blending of cultures and languages created a rich tapestry of history. The modern word China was first recorded in 1516 by Portuguese explorer Duarte Barbosa. His writings provide a glimpse into the early interactions between Europe and the East. Was first recorded in 1516 by Portuguese explorer Duarte Barbosa. His journal documented his travels and interactions with the East, capturing the essence of a world on the brink of global exploration. From there, the name China spread across Europe, appearing in languages like English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, and Dutch. Each language added its own flavor to the name. Spread across Europe, appearing in languages like English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, and Dutch. The name China became a symbol of the exotic and the unknown. So, to sum it up, China wasn't named after itself. The name evolved over centuries, influenced by various cultures and languages. The name evolved over centuries, shaped by the ebb and flow of history, trade, and cultural exchange. Influenced by the Qin dynasty, ancient Indian Sanskrit, and European explorers. Each played a role in crafting the name we use today. It's a perfect example of how history, trade, and culture shape the words we use today. The name China is a testament to the interconnectedness of our world. Now you know why China is called China. The name carries with it a rich history and a legacy of cultural exchange. If you enjoyed this little history lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fascinating stories. Your support helps us bring more content to you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fascinating stories. Stay tuned for more intriguing tales from history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep exploring the wonders of our world.